Good morning, students. In yesterday's class, we already began with the story, The Enchanted Pool. So before starting with the story, I just gave you an introduction to the famous epic, the Mahabharata. I told you the story of Mahabharata and then I began with the story. So in the last class, you had seen that the five brothers, the five Pandavas were chasing the deer who ran away with the fire kindling motor of the sage. They were chasing the deer and they found it was pointless chasing the deer because the deer was a magic deer and it disappeared all of a sudden in the forest. So this we had seen yesterday. Then after their chase, they found it was a pointless chase. So Yudhishthira was feeling very sad about it. He wanted to make his brothers feel cheerful and feel happy about it or feel courageous. So what did he do? He sat, they were all tired all the while they were running after the deer. They were tired and they were feeling very thirsty. So he asked, Yudhishthira was the oldest brother, and he asked his youngest brother Nakula to climb a tree and find if there was any water body nearby to that place where they were. Nakula went on top of the tree. So this we know, whatever Yudhishthira told, all the brothers used to follow. They used to listen to Yudhishthira because Yudhishthira, being Dharmaraj, he was the son of Dharma. So everybody listened to the oldest brother. That was their policy, the Pandavas' policy. They used to love each other and they were very much obedient to their oldest brother Yudhishthira. So when Yudhishthira told him to find out the water body, if there was any water body nearby, Nakula went on top of the tree and he found that there were some cranes standing and some water plants also he found after climbing the tree. And from that he realized that there was a water body very nearby, and so he went in search of the water. This was the thing what we had seen in yesterday's class. Now, Nakula is the youngest brother. Nakula and Sahadeva, I told you yesterday itself in my explanation, I told you. Nakula and Sahadeva were the sons of Queen Madri. Now, Pandu had two wives. One was Kunti, the oldest one. The second wife was Madri. Both were very good to each other. They were very good to each other, Madri as well as Kunti. So Kunti considered Madri as her own sister. Even though she was the second wife of her husband, she considered her as her own sister. So when they went to the forest, they were having a life in the forest. When they were living over there, they lived very happily. So what happened over here, there is another story. I have to just link that to you and then I can just connect it to this particular text of yours. The relation, the bonding between these brothers, you will understand better. So I felt like telling this part of the story also. Mahabharata is linked. There are many stories in Mahabharata which I can't tell you in just one or two classes. You know, it's a lengthy epic, right? So it's not possible. So whatever is possible over here, I'll just explain. I'll just bring to light over here. So the thing is that these two ladies were living very happily with King Pandu. When they were in the forest, once it so happened, King Pandu went in the forest, deep into the forest for hunting. He was hunting, he was after. Actually, that was sent by Madri. Queen Madri wanted King Pandu to hunt a tiger. So she happened to hear a sound of the tiger and she was impressed by the sound and she wanted the tiger. So she asked the king, her husband Pandu, to hunt, to kill the tiger or to get the tiger for her. So Pandu went in search for the tiger. As he was hunting, he had just placed his arrow, he had shot his arrow. And there that arrow goes and hits a sage and his wife. The sage and the wife were in intimate relationship at this point inside the forest. So it hits them together. This arrow goes inside these two together. So unknowingly it happened. It was a mistake which took place over here. Unknowingly it happened from King Pandu. So he was very sorry for it, whatever had happened. He apologized in front of them. But then, you know, these sages are. The sage was not ready to accept, not ready to forgive Pandu. He just cursed King Pandu over there. So what he cursed was that whenever King Pandu came in an intimate relationship with any women, that was the end of King Pandu. That was the curse given to King Pandu. So now from this you can understand one thing. King Pandu was unable to bear children. So this was the reason which he discussed, this was his problem which he discussed with his first wife, that is Queen Kunti. So when he discussed this, Queen Kunti had a solution for it, because Queen Kunti had already gained a boon from a sage called Durvasa. Sage Durvasa, before the marriage of Queen Kunti, she served the sage Durvasa. Sage Durvasa was very happy with the service of Kunti, and he gave her a boon. The boon was that she could call out to any god or demigod, and she can ask for a child, and she will be bearing a child. They will be gifting her a child. So this was the boon which was given to Kunti. So this she discussed with her husband Pandu. Before marriage itself, she tested this. So that is also another story. Before marriage, before getting married to Pandu, she tested the boon given to her by sage Durvasa. So when she tested, she called out to Lord Surya, sun god. She called out to sun god. Sun god was happy. He came and when once it was called, like he had to give. So he gifted a child to Kunti. So at that time she was unmarried. She was happy to have the child with her. She was unmarried, but then she was unable to keep the child because she will be cursed by the people in the society. So she'll be spoken ill, people will speak ill about her. So that she never wanted to happen, and that will defame her herself. So what she did, she left the child in a basket in the river. In a basket, she had placed the child, and she allowed the basket to float in the river. So that child, that was her first child, and that child was named as Karna. So you might have heard the story of Karna in Mahabharata. Now let us move. Now after marriage, when all these things, all these problems took place in the life of Pandu, when Pandu asked for a solution, this is what Kunti told Pandu about. She told about the boon which she had already achieved from sage Durvasa. So this boon, when she told King Pandu, Pandu gave her permission to call the gods. Okay, and there first she calls the god Dharma, that is Dharmaraja. She calls out to god Dharma. God Dharma was pleased, and god Dharma offers her a child, and that child was named as Yudhishthira. Then secondly, she calls the god of wind. God of wind she calls. God of wind comes in front of her and gives a child, and that child was named as Bhima. Thirdly, she calls the god of the king of heaven, that is god Indra. So god Indra comes and gives her a child, and that child was named as Arjuna, the famous Arjuna. Okay, the warrior Arjuna. Then she felt like even Madri, she too should have children of her own. Then she felt that even Madri too should have the opportunity of having her own children. She already have 3, right? So she thought of giving a chance to Madri. So she asked Madri to practice the same boon. So she passed on that boon to Madri. So Madri called out to Ashwini Kumars. Now who are these Ashwini Kumars? The doctors of heaven. The doctors of heaven are called as Ashwini Kumars. So when they came together, then they were 2 in number. So both were pleased. Both had to give Madri a child. So like that, they both gave Madri a child. So each one of them gave one. Like that, 2 of them. So they were called as twin brothers, Nakula and Sahadeva. Like these 5 brothers, they lived very happily thereafter. So over here, it so happened that later on in the same forest, when they were, after some time, King Pandu forgot about the curse that he was having. And unknowingly, he came in close relation. He had an intimate relationship with Queen Madri. And there, that was the end of Pandu. Like that, Pandu dies over there. Then Madri too felt that it was her mistake. It was because of her King Pandu had to face death. So what Madri did, she too jumps in the funeral pyre, committing sati. Okay, committing sati. Those days sati was common. So committing as part of sati, she jumps in the funeral pyre of her husband and ends her life. Like that, they too give their life up. So while dying, she says one thing, because she says if Kunti jumps in the fire, if she commits sati, then she will be unable to do justice to all the 5 children. This is what she tells Kunti. She says she was unable to do justice to all the 5 children. She won't be able to be a good mother to all 5 children. And Kunti was already doing that. That is what she says. She says that Kunti was already just to all the 5 children, and she is having that capability of taking care of all the 5 children, and she will do it very well. So this assurity, this feeling she had, and she says she gives that opportunity to Kunti to take care of her own children, those two, Nakula and Sahadeva as well. And later on Kunti does the same thing. She loves them also as she loves her 3 sons, same way she loves them, or you can say she loves them more than her sons. So like that, they complete their life in the forest for some time, and then they return to Hastinapur, to their father's place, to Pandu's place. So that is the story which I wanted to point out over here when I was doing this. So now let us move to Nakula, what he was doing, how he felt after seeing the enchanted pool over there. Let us move to the story right now.